for Facebook Live.
Literally pulling that out, but the NFL did tell me that there'll probably be a fine involved. At that point, it's over. As far
Morning, everybody.
Conduct policy is concerned,
having a little station difficulties this morning. We're locked out of the system.
no more to the process of that.
Until you get to federal
Hang
court.
loose.
That's Jeff Darlington on Canty and Carlin earlier on ESPN Radio. The Pro Football Hall of Fame enshrinement ceremonies from
Anyway,
Canton,
you can
Ohio,
just cut and go.
beginning today noon Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app has 7 members.
Morning, Richard.
2022 class.
The following show on 102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN is paid for by Outdoors Tradition TV LLC.
Good morning, buddy.
All stations, clear the air lanes, clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
All right, welcome to this week's edition of the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan, brought to you in part by our good friends out at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage. Hope everyone's having a great August 6th all across the good old U.S. of A. Andrew and I are here until 9 o'clock, trying to bring the outdoors to you each and every week right here on 1350 ESPN. Hey, Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage in Carlisle, $60 a month. Good morning, Chris DePerna, my buddy in Pennsylvania. Good morning, Tony. Good morning, Richard. $60 a month, 1 month free when you pay for a year. 12 by 50 sign spots, security gates, 24/7 access. All good things over there at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage in Carlisle. If you got stuff you just need to store, that's where I keep my trailer and everything. They'll take really good care of you there, and the lot's clean, easy to get in and out of, and they're super nice people. Give them a holler at 515-822-1362, 515-822-1362, and they will help you get to your storage needs. Morning, Charles. Good to see you. All right, we got a fun show for you today. We got Larry McCoy up. He's going to be talking a little bit about what do you call it? A comparison? What is that word? Where you don't have any skin in the game. Unbiased. Not or non. An unbiased review on Broadheads. And you're going to be pretty impressed, I think, with some of the stuff we're going to talk about. In the 8 o'clock hour, we got Dominic and Ilu on about talking a little bit about some of the new Kershaw knives out there. They got some really cool knives coming out. A couple skinners and a couple fishing knives that are pretty cool. In between there, I got a fishing report for you. Good morning, Gary Peck. I did not get a bear tag, buddy. Kind of bummed out. I couldn't get in time. I tried. So, no bear hunting for me this year. Wah, wah, wah. Maybe next year. That's all right. 26 days till bear season, my buddy Gary says. We'll see what's going on. So, you need his number, or do you got it?
Larry's, I got it.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna get going on that. And morning, Tony. And if you missed the show on Wednesday, you missed a good show on the Wednesday Drive on the Outdoor Call Radio app. We had Ben from Tacticam Cameras on, and we talked about all the new cameras and POV cameras that they came out with. And I told everybody we're doing a special contest on the Outdoor Call Radio app. If you listen on the app, you'll hear it's the what do we call it? It's the Outdoor Call Snap screenshot contest, and we're giving away a couple POV cameras, a $50 gift card to Game High Clothing, and what's a electric work sharp sharpener. So we had a special surprise on Wednesday. If you go back on Facebook Live and watch the Wednesday show, you'll hear what the surprise was. But I told everybody I kind of feel bad for my Saturday audience, my Saturday listeners, because you're not included on that, because unless you're listening on the app. If you're listening on the app, you already know. Good morning, Matt. Good morning, Roger in New York. So anyway, I got this Tacticam camera we're going to be giving away, and I will tell you how you can win that here in a few minutes. So there you go. Good morning, Mike Rains. Mike, Lance called me, said you guys might be doing a barbecue show. We need to talk, bud. All right, let's head over to the phones and talk to the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Larry McCoy. What's up there, Larry Mac?
Good morning, Dennis.
Sounds like somebody had his Cheerios this morning.
Hey, a good solid, 300-400 sit-ups every morning. I'll do that to you.
Yeah.
Put a smile on your face. Did I say sit-ups? Sorry, I misspoke. You couldn't even say unbiased this morning. I turned on, as soon as I turned on Facebook Live, I heard unbiased, unbiased. You're fumbling there this morning.
My synapses weren't firing.
Hey, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Good morning, Bill and Carrie. Good morning. Hey, Pure Whitetail's got a big open headquarters bash thing in Ohio today at their new headquarters.
I think what you were meaning to say was Pure Whitetail is having a grand opening today from 10 to 6 in Ohio.
Well, there you go. Isn't that what I said?
I don't know. You said opening grand thing.
Grand opening thing? Well, that's the thing.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The one thing that we didn't talk about on our trip to Ohio when we went to the bash, we didn't talk about that UFO house.
Yeah, that was kind of neat.
I never seen a UFO house before.
Yeah, I guess it's like an Airbnb.
Yeah, it's a house that's built like a UFO, and you can rent it.
Yeah, you can go rent and stay in it. It's like you're staying in a spaceship.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
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 Yep, I about broke my neck looking at it when we were driving by. Like, the heck is that thing out there?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
So they got the big grand opening at the headquarters today. I know a lot of folks are going to be heading to that. So if you get a chance, you can always watch this later. But anyway, I wanted to get you on to talk a little bit about Broadheads today because we're getting closer and closer to folks going out west, and then we have in Iowa we have the urban seasons, which start around the 15th of September, and then back home in Missouri, opening season starts September 15th. So it's not that far away.
No, it's coming up on us quick. It sure is.
Yeah. So what I was talking about, that unbiased or whatever I said report, a nice organization called Hunt Stand does a broadhead review. They do, I guess, gear reviews on everything every year. But Larry, why don't you tell them what happened on the broadhead testing?
Oh, Hunt Stand, they do a great job, and like I said, it's a very unbiased broadhead review. They pick in different categories, so you have to pick some mechanicals. Slick Trick, it has been in there several, but there's just a lot of great information within. Mark over there does a great job. They do a lot of extensive testing when it comes to fixed blade and mechanical blade as well. I mean, they break it down to best value, editor's choice. It's a really, really good, solid review, and they this year, a broadhead actually, that one was a Slick Trick. It was a Slick Trick standard, and which wasn't surprising to me, but I was even unaware that it had never even been really tested or reviewed out of all the years they've been doing it. And watching a review, Mark was even saying on there that this 2005 was the first year this had come out, and this is the first time that they've ever tested it. But it's a good solid head. The standard is the head that won editor's choice. It was just it passed to flying colors, just like we said. I mean, we've all had, me and you, I know, have had good luck with the standards, and I shot for years from a fixed blade, design anyway. They're sharp, they fly like a laser, and I mean, they hit right behind your pin. So yeah, some really good stuff with all that Hunt Stand review. Not just about Slick Trick. I'm talking about all broadheads in general. Broadhead flight, going through and how they test, and is pretty. They're pretty thorough when they go through their reviews.
Yeah, I mean they're shooting through a 1/4-inch plywood and to simulate going through the hide of the deer, and then
leather.
The bones.
They got leather, plywood, then the gel, and then leather plywood.
Yeah,
and it's. I mean, they go through some steps to get good, get the results that I think hunters, would want to see.
Yeah, and then I watched the whole thing. They went through ballistic gel testing for penetration depth, and it was pretty good. I encourage everybody to go check it out. But I think they did 3 mechanicals and 5 fixed heads and the standard came out on top, which we're all happy about that. Shiloh Douglas said to tell you hi.
Hey, Shiloh.
Bill and Carrie are heading over to the Pure Whitetail headquarters as we speak. Mark James says good morning. Dan and Facebook Live said good morning. Sean Lotz, our buddy Sean, said hello. Hello, Sean.
Hello, Sean.
And
Good
Lori,
morning,
Lori says congratulations to HQ, Lori and Henry. So there you go. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good day at Pure Whitetail. Still at the headquarters there. It's I know Josh and Grant and the whole Pure Whitetail team worked hard in getting that together. Getting that all put together. And when we were out there, they did a phenomenal job. It looks great. They've got a lot of product, and they're there to help and serve. That's for sure.
Yeah, they're fine fellas. I really like them both, and I never seen we've already talked about that one we had when we got back from Ohio. I've never seen a group of really fine people like that all come together and pull for one another, and it's just it's a neat group of people, that's for sure.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah.
For
Morning,
sure.
Nathan. So you and I have been hunting for a long time. I'm a little older than you are, and I'll say this on the air, so everybody knows. Ryan and Larry came up on Tuesday because we had to spend some time with the Cookies barbecue crew at the Rib Wagon out at the Mill Civic Hy-Vee with Speedy and everybody. So we got a chance to get out there and put stands and move cameras and switch some stuff up. And Larry and Ryan did 99.9% of the stuff because I got overheated. It was hot.
It was hot. There is no doubt it was hot.
Yeah, so I always tell everybody, Larry, you guys did all the work. So.
Oh yeah, no, we got her done. Everybody worked together. We had to do some cutting and a little bit. We did it in little increments, so it was definitely hot. And yeah, I was glad to get some of that done and get some cameras moved around and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, Grant's watching us right now. I got my PW shirt on. He goes, I love that shirt.
Yeah.
Anything for you, Grant. Team Grant, buddy. Team Grant. Yeah. So Larry Mack. So we and I have been hunting for a long time, and we've seen a lot of things come and go as far as different products. And I think the average person out there hunting, whether they're just getting into it or if they've been in for a while, they're basically wanting something that, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We all like to see what's new and everything, but we definitely want to see stuff that we can depend on, because if you know that your arrows are hitting where you need them to go, your bow's shooting like you want it to, when you got that kind of confidence, or even rifle hunters or shotgun hunters, if you're able to put that bullet or that whatever, where reticle, and make sure that ammo hits where you want it to go. That's the most and really crucial thing out there when you're hunting. When you get that opportunity, you want to be able to know that you can make that shot. And you don't always have to change it up. I mean, if things are working, just stick with what's working and keep buying what you have the confidence in. If you're looking for something new, that's always a good thing, because things do get improved. I mean, from the bows today, from where I started 35 years ago, it's light years away.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, and the thing is, you're right. You're 100% correct in saying confidence is key in being successful, because the more confident, the better. The more confidence you have in your equipment and you using that equipment, the better you're going to be. The better shots you're going to be. If I'm super confident in the bow that I'm using and all my equipment, all the way from arrow to broadhead, there's no doubts in your head, because there is a mental aspect when you go to shoot. Your mind wants to take over. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of archery hunters that have had that deer step out, and you shoot them, you make a good shot, and I went back and asked people too, where's your pin? Where's your pin at? And they're like, man, I don't know. It's because your mind kind of takes over, and you really kind of lose guys. You know where you need to put the pin, and it was probably there, obviously, and you shot, but you really don't know. So, which forces a lot of times when the deer walks up, when you settle in on a pin, your mind's just saying, let the pin get there, and then just punch the trigger, versus really trying to pick a spot, because it's hard to break the process down, because sometimes stuff happens fast. But if you're confident in your gear, it's just more of an extension of your body. Your mind's been through that process so many times, and you're confident that you're going to be able to execute a good shot. So I couldn't agree with you more. When it comes to broadheads, it's the same way. I mean, mechanical versus fixed. You know, everybody wants a success story, a good positive result. And if you had a positive result with a particular head, whether it be a mechanical or fixed, I would just stick with it if you want to try something new, because companies, like you said, will innovate and maybe add a little technology or add a different feature into a head. Usually it's to enhance, not because there was a flaw, but it was just to make something better.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be the sharpness of the blade, whether it be on a mechanical, the way the blades deploy. So it's really about making sure that you get something that you're confident in. I say this not really being kind of unbiased, but I've shot slick trick 4 years for a long time, and I've shot a lot of different other models, and they fly really, really good. When they got into the mechanical game, I was just as skeptical as everybody when it comes to it. But I bit the bullet, used them, and grew. My confidence grew and grew and grew. And so now I've got a lot more confidence in the mechanical. It's a Raptor trick. I mean, I had a lot of success with it. Last year, the Assailant came out, and that head it's in my opinion something special. It's the best of both worlds, especially for whitetail deer hunting. It's perfect. It's kind of the best of both worlds between a fixed and a mechanical. Mm-hmm. It offers a lot, as do a lot of other broadhead companies. And it's just about, like I said, who doesn't like a success story? Go out, get confident in your gear, practice with it, and go from there. The other thing too is tuning your broadhead. A lot of people, say the broadheads aren't flying like my field points. A lot of times that's your bow may not be tuned, but on Elite with the set technology, it's super, super easy to fix and quick to fix with the set technology. As a matter of fact, Ryan filmed Richard tuning an SS3. I believe they posted it on social media, but it's a great informational video about how that set technology works when it comes to tuning your broadhead, and it can be done really, really quick.
Yeah, Shiloh Douglas was asking what you thought about the SS3, so there you go, Shiloh. There's the thing for you to look at. Nathan, good morning. Lewis, good morning. Laurie, good morning. Let's see. Layden, good to see you, buddy. Let's go, man. Layden Force. Kevin Dilly said to tell you thank you for all the advice at the bash, Larry. You got his food plots in. Mountain Man, good morning to you. CJ, good to see you. So, Larry, hang on. I need to take a real quick break. We come back. We're gonna, mechanicals. I've been shooting fixed heads forever, and I've always been a firm believer in a fixed head, lest they go wrong and stuff like that. The Viper tricks and the standards are two of my favorites on the slick trick side. But I shot my muley in Montana with a Raptor, and then we're going to talk a little bit about how to check your bow tune to make sure you're getting optimal broadhead flight. And then we'll talk a little bit more about the assailants, because if you're a fixed person if a fixed head person and you like or we're wanting to look at a mechanical, I want to just talk a little bit more about the assailant, because that's got the best of both worlds to offer on a broadhead. And Larry tagged a lot of game with that last season on Respect the Game TV. So, that okay with you, Mac?
Absolutely. Yep.
All right, we'll be right back. Please keep it here on 1350 ESPN. No flippy floppy, and we'll be right back. Tired or not sleeping or feeling pain all
Morning,
day?
everybody.
Great comments this morning. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Have you heard of Emperor One? Emperor One is a U.S.-based company that is.
Chris, I heard you got that with a Dodge.
I've been using
1975 Dodge.
lotion and salve on my knee and back, and I've seen
I'm just
incredible
kidding.
results in pain relief.
Love you, Chrissy.
It's also helping me to stop having to take other medications that can cause me stomach issues to get relief. Emperor One offers lotions, drops, gummies,
Oh,
and
Cross
other
Creek
CBD
Archery's
products
Creek.
that have been helping folks all around this country.
He's getting
These
ready for
products
football
are totally
here.
natural and are not habit forming. They will just help you start feeling like your old self again. So if you're looking for a natural way to
Did
find
you get us?
pain relief
You get us
or
all
reduce
squared
your
away?
daily stress, please go check out EmperorOneCBD.com. That's EmperorOneCBD.com, and your day.
Well, Kevin, that's very kind of you. Thank you very much, and we appreciate you, buddy.
Did you hear the news?
Thank you.
The Olive Tap has a brand new location in the district of Prairie Trail in Ankeny and is now serving fresh salads and sandwiches every day. The Olive Tap is your one destination for the finest cooking oils, spices,
I hope
and
so,
vinegars,
Chris.
and now fresh
I
salads
hope
and
so.
sandwiches. They now have even more of your
I
favorite
just,
olive oils from
you know, if
Italy,
you would just
Greece,
listen
Spain,
to
and other
somebody
countries,
sometimes,
with
you'd
unique
be
flavors
winning
like
more.
Tuscan herb,
Chris
basil,
says he's going to win the
spicy
league
garlic
this
and
year.
Parmesan, smoky bacon, and
Yeah.
jalapeno, just to
Well,
name a
Cross
few.
Creek
The
Archery is
Olive
going to be
Tap
number
also
one.
offers special oils like avocado and walnut
He
oils,
might be.
not to mention 20 different varieties of
Somebody's
exotic
got to win it.
flavors, including
Might as well
raspberry,
be Chris.
strawberry, hickory barbecue, sour apple, dark chocolate, and many more. The Olive Tap carries sauces, spices, seasonings, jellies, and other
Did
fine
somebody come and
ingredients
see
that
you
anyone
about
who cooks would
Football
enjoy.
League, by the way,
They
Chris?
even offer cooking classes and tasting parties. Stop by the Olive Tap at the district of Prairie Trail, 1610 Southwest Main Street, Suite 105 in Ankeny.
And I'm not talking about Mountain Man.
1065 or at theolivetap.com.
Our dogs are part of the family, and we want to protect them at all times. Do you live in an area that you want to keep open and not have a traditional fence to protect your pet? No worries. Call Chris at Pet Stop of Des Moines. Chris Spoltra is the owner of the Pet Stop franchise in the Des Moines
The
area.
Grim
And has
Reaper.
been keeping pets safe for over 19
The Grim
years.
Reaper.
A Pet Stop system
I don't know
will
if it
not
was.
only keep your pet from leaving your desired
You'll
area
understand when it
outside, but
happens.
can
I
also
guess
be
it
set up
hasn't
to keep your
happened
pet
yet.
out of areas in your home. The Pet Stop system is underground, keeping your property open and easy to maintain. Plus, with a friendly user app on your phone, you can customize the Pet Stop system to help your dogs enjoy their playtime and stay safe at the same time. For more information on how to protect your buddy and keep your home looking great, call 515-975-2199.
Iowa bow hunters have their big fall festival going on this weekend up in Eldora. Going on today.
Outdoors Dan recommended, and Raven
I think it started last night, so you can get up there today if you got nothing. You want to go shoot your bow, and it'll wrap up tomorrow, I believe.
It's burying its head into your flesh. You can't feel the bite, and you may or may
Did you
not
use
find the
Kara's
tick.
password?
In the coming weeks, you may or may not notice a red ring around the bite. Shortly thereafter,
Well, that stinks because you can't go in there and change your roof now.
Your doctor may or may not test you for Lyme disease. The test may or may not detect it, meaning you may or may not get the medication needed. If untreated or not treated on time, you could have a lifetime of complications. Don't take that chance. Get Elimitic clothing from Game Hide. Elimitic features Insect Shield, a repellent that is fused to the fabric fibers. Ticks hate it. Elimitic clothing will retain its effectiveness for the life of the garment and needs no special care. The treatment is odorless and invisible. Wearing Elimitic can help protect you from ticks, chiggers, and other biting insects, and is featured in a complete line of quality Game Hide hunting
Don't make any
clothing.
sense.
To learn more, visit GameHide.com.
Are you getting ready for hunting season? Well, you've done your homework, and now the time is getting close. One thing after you've harvested that deer or wild game, where are you going to take it? Well,
Milo Locker.
the Milo Locker in Milo, Iowa. The Milo Locker has been processing wild game and general locker animals for over 15 years. Daryl and Angie are the owners, and they take great pride in the fact that they do everyone's order the way the customer
What's
wants
everybody
it.
doing today?
You can have your deer, moose, elk, or even bear processed and hand-wrapped, cut to your specifications.
It's going to be hot here in Iowa.
Tasty snacks.
We're
Daryl
supposed to get
does a
rain
great
tomorrow,
job
thank
making
God.
Snack sticks, summer sausage, and jerky with all sorts of cheese and spice combinations.
Might be 100
They
degrees
do a ton
today.
of deer each year at the Milo Locker, and they do each order like it was their
Aren't
own.
you glad you're not
So if
covering
you get
baseball
lucky
games
this
today?
year and need a good locker, try the Milo Locker. Check them out today, or just give them a call at 641-942-6231, and you're on your way to some great eating.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines.
Well, there you go. That sounds like fun, Lori.
ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday morning all across the good old US of A. I got my buddy Larry Mack on from Respect the Game TV, and we are talking about Lauren
Lauren says catfishing. He's going catfishing. I don't. It's a little. Yeah, you can always catch catfish when it's hot. It's gonna be 100 today, Larry.
Yep, it's going to be warm. There's no doubt. I've second guessed myself about
Going to the
going
farm.
out. Yeah, going out and get some stuff done. But yeah, it's going to be a warm one. But I think we got a little bit of relief coming this upcoming week. So
Yeah, it's supposed to be nice. I think Tuesday or Wednesday for a bit. But so mechanicals. I don't. If there's a lot of folks probably just watching us right now or listening to us that are just getting into archery. It's been growing the last couple of years, which it makes my little heart happy to see. But mechanicals actually came around about 20-something years ago for the sole purpose. It's probably a little longer than that, about 25. They came out for the sole purpose of for folks that were having trouble tuning their bows or getting good broadhead flight. Mechanicals they didn't have as much drag on them. They were more dynamic, if you want to say it that way, than a fixed head. You weren't seeing the planing issues, and that's how those all came about. So with that, you gave up some of the other things that you were gaining by having a fixed head. By one, you don't ever have to worry about it not opening, or you don't have to worry about if you make a good shot, you're going to have solid bone penetration with a fixed head. So over the years, with the increasing engineering on our bows, with not only the limb designs but also the cams and the strings going from steel cables to synthetic cables and everything, with the bows being engineered better, that made tuning easier. And when you were able to set your center shot or making sure that your clearance was good on your bow, that made your arrow flight better, which in turn, when you put a broadhead, when you screwed and lengthened that arrow by putting a broadhead on, you were seeing a little less tuning issues. Now, what's nice about the bows today, now you already talked about the set technology with Elite. That's one of the things that's nice about having our bows. But if you've got any other type of bow out there, when you're setting up your bow, Larry, and I'm going to let you answer this, just walk through it real quick. It all starts with when you put your rest on and when you put your D-lope on. And can you just take it from there and say why it's so important to get that right?
yeah, I mean your center shot and making sure that everything's shooting down the middle is vitally important. That's when it's going to be into, because if you top cam and your bottom cam are a little bit offset or whatever, and your rest is a little off, your arrow's going to come out and not recover in a timely fashion. It's going to, it's going to be more cocked to one side or the other. So you want that thing perfectly straight, and it's important to get that. And there's a lot of different methods to make sure that it gets that way. Either you can bump the rest, over to make sure that you're straight with the line, but then it's has to do with your cams to make sure up and down is good as well. So, and like you said, that's drastically changed over the years. With the Elites specifically, it's super easy just because of the set, because you can pivot the pocket, move it without having to put it back in a press, and twist cables up, and do a lot of the more, I guess, mechanical things to try to make things move. In order to get a bow tuned, you've got to have the bow respond. And what I mean by that is you have to be able to physically see. That's why a lot of people shoot through paper to make sure that they're getting a bullet hole. And just like when I helped you set your bow up there.
Well, you didn't help me. You did it. I mean, I've been setting bows up for years, but I'm going to tell you something. Larry's better at it than I am. And when he was up here, I said, "Here, set my backup bow for me." And even with a glass of Revelton in him, he did good.
Yeah, well, I can tell you this. The thing is, a lot of people will take that 6 feet test, and which is fine. When they shoot through paper, they're shooting from 6 feet. I like to, what I like to do is I like to get that bullet hole like at 6 feet. I'll make the adjustments, and then I back up for about as far as I can to 12, then to 15, and then if I can continue getting a bullet hole, I know that I'm good, because a lot of things go into play there. You've got your grip, you've got your arrow spine is vitally important. Going back to broadhead flight as well, a lot of people will put the blame on the broadhead, and they may be under or over spined because, and which is understandably so, because things do cost money. I mean, and nothing's cheap these days. But and if they're going into a new rig, but they had 9 arrows left over, if every bow may be a little bit different. It's just like draw length. People say I'm a 29-inch draw. Well, if you're coming off of a Bowtech to a Matthews to an Elite, you may be half to a half inch off from one model to the next. A lot of people don't realize that because every bow is different. The cams are different. Takeoff's a little different. But you can get a rough guesstimate on what your draw length is. But I found over the years, from bow to bow, my draw length may be a little bit different from model to model. But arrow spine is vitally important when it comes to broadhead flight. We can talk about like you said, mechanicals were brought up because it was easier because everything was closer to the middle of the shaft. And the blades could deploy to get a larger cutting diameter. Where a fixed head was fixed, so when it takes off and starts spinning, the front of your broadhead and your back, or the front of your arrow and the back of your arrow have to work in conjunction with one another. And the optimal goal is to try to make sure your arrow recovers, because when it comes out of a bow, if you see that in slow motion, it looks pretty violent. It's bending and flexing and everything. So the quicker that responds and corrects itself, the more accurate you're going to be. If that makes sense, because your flexing is able to correct and do its job, and make sure it's guiding and steering the arrow where it needs to go.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of times when people are shooting a broadhead and they may be hitting left, and then they have another flyer and it goes kind of a low left to a high left to a center left. During the rotation cycle of that arrow, if it's not spinning and correcting, you've seen that wobble. You see your arrow kind of do that whipping in a circle. Well, it's just catching it in that type of rotation. So you can actually, help correct that with the correct spine arrow to where the broadheads fly really well by either. Most people will want to try to chase it with their sight. Well, you can actually either bump your rest, or with the Elites, you can use the set technology and really correct it. But and it doesn't really affect your field points. So you can get your broadheads flying right with your field points with minimal efforts.
Yeah. Yeah, if you ever watched an arrow in slow motion, if you can go on YouTube and watch it, I mean, it actually has a serpentine motion. It'll actually just look like a snake coming out of there. Or say if you're knocked high a little bit, it'll actually porpoise. You can watch that arrow bend and flex coming out like porpoising. So it just depends on where you're at. But just real quick, when you're going to set up for the fall, or anytime you're trying to get your bow set up right, make sure that you're always make sure you graph your arrows, your draw length to your draw weight, and that'll give you a good spine reference to start. And then if you want to make sure you're shooting all the same arrows, the same length. Once you get that, make sure your center shot is on, and your bow. Larry had me buy a bow square tool. I've been just eyeballing everything over the years, and I've always been able to get a good good clean hole when I paper tune it, but with having that levels on the arrow and the string, it's just easier to do it. So if you can do that, make sure you're properly spined, make sure you're shooting the correct center shot for your setup. Your broadheads, whether you shoot a fixed or mechanical, are going to fly way better. And then again, if you're shooting an Elite, you have the set. Once you got everything set, if you just need just a little quarter turn of adjustment, you don't have to shim any cams anymore, or move anything, or twist any strings or cables. You just take that little set screw, open it up, and then take that set, turn it to left tear or right tear. If your broadheads are flying to the right or your broadheads are flying to the left, you do the opposite, right, Larry?
Yep.
And
yeah,
then,
so if your impact is, say, left, that's giving you a tail right condition with the broadhead. So that means the back of your arrow is coming out kicking right.
Mm-hmm.
So you would then correct it with with a tail right if you're hitting left, and if you're hitting right, it'd be a tail left condition.
Yeah, and it just might just a little quarter turn on each side of the on each end of the riser, and your broadheads are going to be good out. I mean, and what's nice about doing it that way, Larry Mack, is if you try to chase it with your side or your center shot on your rest, or increasing or decreasing poundage, people used to fix it that way because what were you doing that way? If you took poundage off or put poundage on, you were trying to change your spine of your arrow. Well, you don't have to.
Yeah, it was changing. It was making the arrow calm down whenever it leaves your bow. So, and yeah, it's and with the other models, and we're not saying that's the case. I mean, you can do it with any bow. It's just
Skippy.
It just takes more time with some of the there's not a bow company out there that's in my opinion a bad, but they're all super great. It's whatever you're comfortable with, like we talked about earlier. These are just some of the key, I guess.
We're just telling you about a feature Elite has.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's not saying that every bow's going to have that, and you can correct it in the bows. It just may take a few extra steps. It's just easier to do it right there on the line while you're shooting. With that Elite. So.
Yep, Skippy Peterson's watching us right now on Facebook Live. He's one of the owners of Gearhead Archery. Gearhead's a great bow company. Matthews, Larry, I was with Matthews for over 18 years. They're wonderful people at Matthews. Great bow. Bowtech's a good bow. I mean, it's really hard to find a bad bow anymore, though, because they're engineered so well. It's just different companies are going to offer you different options, and you know we're pretty happy with Elite with that set. I know I use it all the time, and it's a good deal. So.
Yep, for sure. And then I know there was a question. Shiloh, I believe, asked about the SS3.
SS3s, yeah.
Yeah, SS3. It's a. I know he asked what I thought about it. The SS3 it's a great super solid head with the solid construction, one piece design of a lot of broadhead companies have gravitating to, because a lot of people are wanting to get into sharpening their heads and so on. It's a great head. I mean, it's super durable. It's one piece, all steel. It's a head that you can just keep shooting. You can put an edge right back on it. I actually used my work sharpener and just sharpen it with that. But they fly great. Had good success with them. There's literally it's kind of a lower profile head as well, so you get really good arrow flight. The blade angle is not real drastic, so there's not a lot of resistance, and it'll literally go through about anything.
Yeah, Chris DeBerna says you need to shoot my deer for me.
Shoot, I'll just say, if he's got a spare bedroom, I'll be there.
Yeah. No, he wants you to shoot he goes, I can't shoot anything. I need to have you do it for me. Because I said he was talking about his deer, and I said, what'd you get that with? Was that a Ford or a Dodge?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was laughing. Hey, Larry, I got to hit a real quick break. Hang on, I got one more thing to chat with you about before we get out, okay?
Yep.
All right, we'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. Good morning, LC. Good to see you, kiddo. Mark Jenkins, good to see you. Lori, that's awesome.
Why not pack a snack?
That's neat to see. Bill Strike, good morning. Skippy, how you doing, buddy? David,
have you heard of
how are you, pal?
Beef jerky? Soldier Boy jerky is slow smoked in small batches to ensure generous, tender morsels that taste outstanding. Soldier Boy beef jerky offers the following flavors: sweet heat, original, maple, or pepper
Soldier Boy. Have you had some of that, haven't you?
All day in the
Isn't that good?
Soldier Boy.
Andrew loves Soldier Boys.
Proud supporters
of
Canines for Warrior Foundation.
Well, you should have got some when you were there the other day.
That are deployed serving our country.
Yeah.
So next time
I asked you if you
for
want some.
snacks from home or on your next
Eddie, how you doing, Eddie?
For some Soldier Boy beef
How's my buddy?
Available at Sportsman's Warehouse.
It's my buddy in Pennsylvania.
Soldier Boy beef jerky, outstanding.
Him and his wonderful family.
For more information, please check us out online at www.sbjerky.com.
If bow hunting or archery is your passion, get to Archery Field and Sports in Altoona and see what's new in your sport. Archery Field and Sports has been helping archers and bow hunters for generations.
Is that off our
They have the experience to help you with your purchase and help you reach your goals.
Hank, good morning. I heard you had a big crew down at Revelton Distillery yesterday, buddy. Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi called me on the way home. Eddie, thank you, pal. Very kind of you.
setup techniques and our experts at personally fitting you.
I heard you had a mess on your hands, Hank.
We also have a 40-yard indoor range that will help you with getting sighted in. Archery Field and Sports has leagues and personal training sessions available for you to train for the upcoming seasons that'll help you fill your tags. Archery Field and Sports at East 56th Street in Altoona. Open Tuesday through Sunday with leagues during the week. For more information, go to archeryfield.com or call 5.
I heard you guys had fun, Hank.
6500.
Let's talk
At
about
Yankees,
a story.
he's a good
An
guy,
Iowa
isn't he?
story about a dream that took several years to come true in Osceola, Iowa. It's the story of Revelton Distillery.
Man, I'm
Company.
jealous. I wish
These
I was in
fine
Pennsylvania
distilled
this morning at
whiskeys,
the
gins, and vodkas were
PW
born from
Pure
the flavor
Whitetail
of Rob and
HQ.
Christina Taylor. It's
Well, Grant and
amazing
Josh,
hearing
that's a
the
lot of
customers'
fun with everybody.
descriptions of
Nate,
how unique
everybody
each
down
bottle
there.
looks and how
Good to see
each spirit
Tommy
tastes and satisfies with
everybody.
every sip. From the honey whiskey to the whiskey and cream, or the
Sean's
robust
down
mulberry
there.
gin, American gin, or vodkas. Revelton Distilling visitors can't believe the flavor profiles the mixologists are creating at the distillery every day. Revelton Distillery is open Wednesday through Sunday in Osceola. They're located at 1400 West Clay Street, right off I-35. Revelton Distillery fine spirits are also available at your
Revelton's.
local
That
grocery
bourbon's
and
coming
other
out next
retailers around Iowa.
January.
Please check them out
Yeah, we
online
need to
at
change that spot.
reveltondistillery.com
Probably,
and visit them
probably
at the
November.
distillery. If it's time to celebrate or just
Yeah,
time
hey.
to sit back and unwind, well,
Yeah, because I
then
want
it's
to. I
time
want to
for
make
a
sure we're
Revelton
talking about
moment.
the new bourbon
Hey,
and
are
everything.
you in the market for a new RV this year? Here's a place to help you start looking for that new travel partner for your next vacation.
I hear
or
you,
outdoor
Lori.
adventure. Head on over to the friendly folks at
You know, I had
Imperial
fun in
RV Center
Pennsylvania,
in
though.
Imperial RV has been serving
We were
Iowa
out
camping
there at that
enthusiasts
Chico
for
Outdoor
50
Show.
years.
That's
Carry
really pretty out
full-height or
there. Larry and I both had
RVs from
fun out there with
Sprinter,
everybody.
Hideout,
Chris and
Passport,
Mountain Man and
Alpine. They now
Matt
carry
and
SMC horse
the
trailers
guys at
that have
Roost
built-in
in
living quarters
Peace,
for rodeo and
Todd and
horse
everybody.
lovers.
That was a good
Imperial
show. That was
RV
fun.
also features a full service center ready for any repair that your RV might have. Imperial RV can finance on site to help you
Gotcha.
with all your financing needs. They also have a full service parts department for anything you might need to keep your camper going.
I'm going to tell
They're
everybody
open
about this
Saturday,
about
located at
8:30. How you can
1727
win.
South Ankeny Boulevard
8:30.
in Ankeny, Iowa. Please call them
Because
at
I'm running late. I get Larry on here yapping, and I lose track of time.
ImperialRVCenter.com. That's ImperialRVCenter.com. Imperial RV Center in Ankeny. Making
Really?
memories
Okay.
to last
I'll
a
make it
lifetime.
quick.
Everyone that goes outdoors needs a good partner. One partner that's very important is a good knife.
You
Kershaw
got Dominic's
Knives has
number, right?
knives and tools for every outdoor situation. Whether you're
Ayala.
into hunting, fishing, camping, climbing, or hiking.
He's on
For
it.
hunting,
Hey,
you
Kershaw.
can't go wrong with a Lone Rock sheath knife. These sheath-style knives feature a gut hook or classic clip blade design and are great for hunting. The handles are made to stay in your hand and not slip, and the blades are made with the highest quality high-carbon stainless steel. When you get your game down, try an RBK skinning
get
knife.
you a book,
This
buddy.
knife allows you to change out blades as they wear down, so you're always keeping the sharpest
When you
point
come
on
over
your
to
game.
the house, I've got
There's
some
even an
spiral
extra handle, so your
notebooks.
buddy can help you camp out your game,
okay.
saving time on getting your valuable meat cooled down fast. Kershaw has knives for people on the go, like the brand new Shuffle. This new folding knife has great looks, a tool option, and opens beverages. Perfect for when you're on the go. Check out all the knives at KershawKnives.com or at sporting goods stores near you. Kershaw Knives, an outdoor partner you can count on.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. I had a couple people ask me, how come we can't hear the show on the app? For right now, Saturday mornings, there's two ways for you to watch us on Saturday mornings. One is just listen to us on 1350 AM in Iowa, or you can always check us out on Facebook Live every Saturday morning, 7 to 9 as well. Eventually, probably after next year, when we get the numbers that we want to make sure all the partners are taken care of, then eventually we'll have Saturday morning, we'll be live on the app like Wednesday on the Wednesday Drive. But right now, Saturdays are just the best of or the worst of, however you want to look at it with Andrew and I, and a couple other things. But that's what's going on. So we still listen to the app. It's just if you want to hear the Saturday show. Now, we do replay the Saturday shows on the app on Saturday, so you'll hear last week's, if that makes sense. So you can always find us. So Larry Mack, I want to talk a little bit about the Verge before I let you go. Yeah, I saw that thing when you showed that to me at the Deer Classic, and I said, man, that thing you could knock a goose down with that thing. It's so big. I mean that's a thumper.
And the more I thought about it, the more I said, you always call me a puncher when I shoot my release. Larry's always picking on me on my shooting form. But
joking, of course,
I
because like I said, it's all
it's
relative to the shooter.
Yeah. Oh, I don't care what you say. You know that. So yeah. So anyway, the more I got to thinking about it, I'm going. I think that would make me focus on squeezing or just not punching or sweeping that trigger. And I want to try one. So I got one, and then I got to tell you, Larry, I really like that release.
Yeah, it's a Verge, I guess, would be an upgrade kind of from the Hex style release. I'm not saying upgrade. There's a little bit of difference in it, but it does keep you honest, and it forces you to really execute, I guess, a good shot through
Two
your
fingers.
process. Yeah, the thing too that people don't talk a lot about when it comes to shooting is the aiming process, and which is vitally important. Whether you're going up and down on a target or making sure the pin is there, because a lot of people, I know some of your listeners have probably heard me say, drive by, and when that pin's floating around and it gets close there, boom, you're punching the trigger. That's just how they become accustomed to shoot. So what the Verge does, though, is it allows you to reset your mind for that pin to sit there and hold and just squeeze through the trigger and until the release goes off. And I found myself really using that release quite a bit, especially through this time of year. Shooting out back or whatever, shooting, because some people may be a little bit intimidated by it, go in the woods with it and hunt. But I wouldn't at all. I think because you can still, if it's happening quick, you still, get on it and get after it. But it does. There's something about that just allows you to just pull through your shot, make sure your pin's there, and your groups will tighten up. And I call it like it's one of those releases that kind of releases that resets your mind.
Mm-hmm.
That resets your mind because every shooter can form bad habits. You hear the terms target panic, you hear the words punching. To be honest with you, I mean, if I'm grouping and I'm getting there, whether it's punching, target panic, whatever, I mean, I'm executing, I guess, to my capabilities for sure. People talk about bow mechanics and form and everything. That's all great, but I can tell you this: you have to be comfortable to shoot, just like we talked about. If you're comfortable, you become confident. When you're confident, you become better at it. So, every baseball player, when they step into the batter's box, they all don't have the same stance. They all don't have the same swing. So it's really about, what is working for you, what's the most comfortable for you. That's going to make you be a better shot. And this Verge definitely helps with that as well. Just helps you execute a good shot.
Yeah, I was shooting the Ghost NCS the last year and a half, and I really love that release. And for me to switch, that just tells you. And I liked it so much. Larry gave me one, and then I bought one over at Archery Field and Sports. So I mean, I really like it. That I got to make sure I got a backup in my pack. So.
Well, I can tell you the one thing too is the Verge is a release that will allow you, if you're a wrist strap shooter, to go. You don't have to just shoot that release. You can, because it comes off, it does have a strap, comes off to the side. You're using both fingers, or you can use one, however you choose to use it. But you can still anchor in the same place that you do with your other wrist strap trigger. But like I said, it resets your mind. So if you're comfortable going into the woods and hunting with a trigger style, whether it be a hook style, single jaw, dual jaw, whatever, it's a good training tool as well for you this time of year. And then go. And if you feel yourself rushing your shots a little bit, put that Verge on, shoot a couple times at a target, and you'll see your mind just resets. It's like it just resets and lets you, and then you go right back to your other release or whatever. I go back and forth all the time with those. I don't have a point of impact change at all with it because I'm able to anchor at the same place. But it does reset your mind as far as making sure you're executing a good shot and you're aiming the bow and making sure your pin's where it needs to be before it goes goes off.
Yeah, it actually has a little deal inside where when you're in your shot and you're squeezing, it'll click, and then when you hear that click, any more tension, that it's going to fire. What's that called there?
Well, that's called the click. That's shooting with the click, and what it is, it's in fire mode whenever it clicks. Now, some people are like that. Some people don't like that. So you can make it either or. It does come with a no click moon. I personally kind of like it, but you can set the timing of it as well. So whenever you come to full draw, I like to be like right there in the click. That way I know, and I just keep squeezing because my pin's right there where it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody's shot process is different. Some people may hold a little bit longer. Some people like to squeeze, and hold. But to be honest with you, a lot of hunters are overbowed, meaning
they're pulling too much weight.
Yeah, they're pulling too much weight.
Yeah.
So therefore, when they're shooting a longer release, what I mean by that is they're having to pull a long ways. Their bow arm starts to drop, and so they're getting a lot of lows and low lefts. Their arrows are dropping out. When you can, go a little bit less poundage or whatever, you're able to kind of hold that bow arm up a little bit more, especially if you're the type of guy that likes to pull through a really long ways.
Yeah, that's good. Hey, I got to run, but we're late. Tell everybody where they can watch Respect the Game TV now.
Oh, they can watch Respect the Game TV about anywhere. YouTube, Sportsman's Channel, Pursuit, everywhere. Just go Respect the Game TV on social media. You can, if you got questions about anything, broadheads, bows, doesn't matter what brand you shoot. We're here to help everybody. We're all hunters, so we have to stick together. So feel free to reach out. We'd be more than happy to hear from you and answer any questions. If I don't have an answer, I'll see if I can get it. Sure.
You got an answer. All right, Larry Mack. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you.
All right, we'll see you. Take care.
There he goes. All right, we'll be right back after these fine words from our partners.
Are you into
that was fun. An hour of Larry.
If you are, we'd like to introduce
Everybody loves Larry.
Arctic Ice is a brand new way to keep your game, beverages, and camping supplies cold and fresh.
Sorry, but I could sit there and have Larry on the whole 2 hours. So for everybody watching on Facebook Live right now, we're going to give this away at 8:30. I'll tell you how you can win it. Brand spanking new Tacticam in the box. I love my Tacticam.
Try the Tundra packs that can keep your wild game and fish at dry ice.
You want me to show you what I got this morning?
For tailgating or camping, try the Chillin' Brew packs. It'll keep your beverages of choice at frosty cold temperatures 4 times longer than what a bag of ice can. If you want your fish or camping goods to stay fresh and cold as possible.
Another deer I'll get to watch this year. Everybody says I just watch them. I don't shoot them. Good morning, Jeremiah. We were talking about you the other day. It was all good, too.
You need to remember to work up your pet's activity level slowly. Don't take them out on opening day and
Man, I don't know about you, but I am so ready for like 60, 55, 60 degree days. Leaves changing, little 4 or 5 mile an hour breeze.
As a splint if needed, plus a muzzle.
You know?
Even friendly dogs will bite if they're in pain. Please make sure your
get
pet
the old deer decoy out, get the old buck decoy out.
Have a good physical exam to make sure she is
I'm ready
to go hunting. Always provide your pet with protection from the elements, and this includes
Lori?
Pet carrier for the trips,
853, what?
Vest, which makes your pet more visible and provides protection from the bush as he or she runs through. Be careful and have fun. Remember, this is what most of our dogs were born to do. This message has been brought
Can't wait to get the old safety vest on.
Questions about
get up there and just
contact Dr. Steve by phone at
I'm ready. I'm ready for fall. I'm really starting not to like summer at all.
Of your pet. So it's time to refill the tank. Or are you going for a great meal that won't break the bank? Well, why not fill up at Central Standard Restaurant in Waukee? There's more than great burgers and handmade ice cream shakes waiting for you at Central Standard Restaurant. They specialize in great.
Hey, we got that big celebration dinner. We moved it to December. The reason I'm so busy, I can't do it during the week right now. So first Wednesday in December, we're going to do that the outdoor call celebration dinner at Central Standard. We'll tell you more about that as we get closer. I'm saving one of those diamond earring pair of diamond earrings from Herman's I'm saving one of those for that event. So if you come out and have dinner with us, you might walk away with a pair of diamond earrings. How about that?
Carryout is always available at Central Standard.
I know
Central
Andrew's
Standard
been
Restaurant
wanting them.
is located at 1222 South
Getting his
East
ear pierced.
University in Waukee, Iowa. Just a short drive from anywhere. Central Standard Restaurant.
Aren't
the
you?
perfect place to fill your tank when you're
I said you're getting your ear pierced.
Big buck has eluded you for seasons. You see his scrape line, but just can't figure him out. Have you heard of Pure Whitetail? Pure Whitetail can help you see more deer and target that buck that haunts you. Pure Whitetail has some of the best deer scents you can rely on to work scrape lines or build mock scrapes that will help you see more deer. Pure Whitetail's natural and synthetic products are developed
You just playing the whole break?
farm. Scents like Bed It Up, Fixation.
You coming back and then we're leaving again, or what?
Scents are available in powder and liquid form to last longer on hanging branches or scrapes. Try the White Lightning Estrus scent. It's a proven scent that bucks can't resist. Pure Whitetail is more than scents. It's a community of hunters that are family. Just go to purewhitetail.com and check out all they have to offer. Scents, hunting gear, seed, grilling sauces, coffee, apparel, field staff opportunities, and family. Want to be more successful in the field? Go to purewhitetail.com or look them up on Facebook. If you love to hunt, join the Pure Whitetail family today.
You're ready for your next outdoor adventure. Wouldn't it be nice to have high-definition footage as a fun memory of your time in the outdoors? Well, Tacticam has been helping hunters do that very
I need to
thing.
redo that
Whether
Tacticam
it's one of our
commercial too.
5.0 or the 5.0
Would you remind me to do that Wednesday?
You're going to capture your hunts like never before. They can help you cover your bow fishing trips with the new Tacticam Fish Cam that's totally waterproof and ready to record some awesome bow fishing action. All the
There you go, Gary. Get back on the water.
Wi-Fi compatible.
It's crazy right now trying to get stuff replaced, isn't it? Yeah, Charles, I'm not ready for like 5 degrees or 10 degrees. You know, like I said, 50, 55, 60 degree days. Hi, Mason. Good morning. You know, that would be just a beautiful thing, wouldn't it? 50, 60 degree weather. Not too cold, not too hot. Deer moving up on their feet.
Tacticam.com for more info.
That's a good thing.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, we got a lot to do in the next hour. We're going to talk to Dominic Aiello from Kershaw Knives. We got some new knives to talk about. I've got the fishing reports to do. Going to tell you how you can win that brand new Tacticam camera. And there was something else I was going to tell you. I got the Iowa Jeep Show I need to tell you about. And there's a big archery shoot. The Iowa Bow Hunters are having their fall festival this weekend up in Eldora. There's a bunch of stuff going on. 25% off camo at GameHigh.com. Those are on sale. Plus, there's a new Winsent Mini unit out we need to tell you about. So we got a lot to do in the next hour, plus Smoking Joe. So don't go anywhere, and we'll keep it. Well, you know what? I'm just going to tell you about that. What we got? A minute and a half?
20 seconds.
20 seconds? I ain't got 20. I got time. We'll do it when we come back. So don't flippy floppy. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. 20 seconds? I can't tell everybody that in 20 seconds. Not possible.
There's a place in Ankeny that's all about the outdoors, and that place
Man, I
is
popped my
Sportsman's
back the other day,
Warehouse.
and it's
Sportsman's
still
Warehouse
killing
is
me.
here to provide all lines
Since,
of hunting and fishing
well,
gear
it went
at
away
the
from the
prices
Cubs
around.
game,
In the hunting
and then
department, you'll find all your gear
I
for
was
deer,
putting them
turkey,
stands
water
up.
buffalo, elk, or
I
whatever
popped
you're
it
into.
again.
There's new gear arriving every week to outfit you better than before. Sportsman's Warehouse has a complete firearms
And then
area
that dog of
providing the
mine
finest
keeps
firearms
jumping on
and
me.
ammunition around. Everything from cleaning gear to
That dog.
reloading can be found at Sportsman's
That
Warehouse.
dog eats ice
Sportsman's
cream now.
Warehouse Fishing Department is simply the best around.
Jenny's giving him
You'll find
ice
all your
cream.
favorite tackle from
That is the
Fisher,
most
Daiwa,
spoiled
Javi
mutt
Garcia,
in the
Quantum,
world.
and Zebco, just to name a few.
Oh, he
From the
loves it.
serious angler to the regular fishing enthusiast,
He just sits there.
Sportsman's Warehouse has all you need. From camping
Ice
to boating to all the best
Ice
clothes and footwear for the
cream.
entire family. You'll
Not
find it at
100-pound
Sportsman's
lab
Warehouse. Sportsman's
eating
Warehouse
ice cream.
off Interstate 35 on Old Labor Road
Just a
in
little
Ankeny.
bit.
Open 7 days a week.
That
Ask about
dog's
the seminar series
so
going on every
spoiled.
month as well. Sportsman's Warehouse in Ankeny.
I tell you what,
In the mood for a great family treat
when
or
he
a special
goes,
gift idea?
it's gonna.
Hop on over to
I ain't gonna be right for 6 months. Or I'm still not over Muzzy dying. I miss Muzzy. I don't think you ever get over that, losing your dog.
Central Iowa area.
Pup ice cream. There you go, Rob. Well, we just give him just a little bit. I mean, I love Muzzy, my yellow lab. And Bo was a great dog. Bo was three dogs ago. I love Bo, but Muzzy, that dog would fly up and grab frisbees. Remember, if you ever watched Channel 8 News when we were doing the Outdoors Dan thing on Channel 8 News, Muzzy was jumping up, grabbing them frisbees out of the air. That dog was special, man. He was a good dog. That Raven, though, he's a mess, man. I'm gonna have a hard time with that one. I cried like a baby on Muzzy. I'll probably, you probably won't hear from me for a week after Raven goes.
102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN, Des Moines sports leader. And that was gone!
I might have to take a couple weeks off on that one.
Tacticam has launched the best-in-class cellular trail camera, the #1 selling action camera in the industry. The new Reveal by Tacticam will
told the kids I rewrote the will. He's #1 on the will now. They didn't like it. Riley and Danny. I said, he's my favorite kid right now. He's a dog. We're your kids. I said, well, I see him every day. Yeah, he does what I ask him to do most of the time. And he's always happy to see me. He's #1. Boy, Riley, that's just not right, Dad.
24-inch LCD screen, adjustable night illumination, and data
I said Raven's going to get all my hunting stuff.
The Reveal's world-class app allows you to set up your camera, add cameras, view and organize pictures, and much more. Again, plans starting as low
Morning,
as $5
Jeff.
a month.
Good to see you, bud.
Reveal by Tacticam saves time, gas, and most importantly, helps you stop educating your game. Reveal
We back on the new hour.
for more info. You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350
You're going to call Dominic, right? All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio. Hour number 2 is brought to you by the fine folks at Elite Archery. Have you taken the Shootability Challenge yet? Larry and I were just talking about why we like our elites. You can find out for yourself. You can head over to Archery Field and Sports or Sportsman's Warehouse. And you can always Sportsman's actually has a whole bunch of elites right now. You can pick up. They got a deal going on. They had remedies. They had cures. They had basins. I think they had a couple embers. So encores. So if you're looking for a bow for this season, you might want to head over to Sportsman's and check it out. Morning, Jason. Good to see you. Love the set technology, but we told you about that last hour. Just go check out an Elite and you'll understand why Larry and I like them so much. All right, so we're going to have Dom on, and I want to tell you more about how you can win the brand new Tacticam X camera about 8:30, so hang in there. All right, let's head over to the phones, and we're going to talk to my buddy Dominic at Kershaw Knives. Good morning, pal.
Morning.
How's it beautiful 6 o'clock in the morning feel out there?
Oh, it's a pretty morning so far.
Dominic, I hate doing that to you because I don't like getting up early unless I'm hunting. You know what I'm saying? Or fishing?
I'm right there with you.
So thanks for being a good sport about it, buddy.
Oh, no problem.
I got to tell you, I love, for all my friends out there that love Yellowstone, and then that prequel came out, that 1883, Kershaw just came out with a skinning knife, and it's the actual number on it's an 1883. Dominic, that's how I remember it, because of Yellowstone. That is my favorite sheath knife that you guys have come out and along with in a long time. Have you used that thing?
I have, yeah. That's one of my favorites that we've released in a long time as well. You and I have talked in the past that fixed blades really isn't something that we've specialized in a lot lately, but we put a real concerted effort into not only the skinner but also the caper, which is a smaller, more scalpel, precision style fixed blade knife, specifically for the hunting crowd. Put a couple years in development on there, made sure that we got it right, and I'm really happy with how these turned out.
Well, no, you should be, because I took that out of the box and I'm going, man, I really like that, because I liked my Camp 5 knife I was carrying. Yep. Camp 5, I'm saying that right?
Yes.
Yeah, and that's a great knife. I had that on the outside of my pack, and for field dressing and trying to skin and everything, that worked really, really good, and it stayed sharp. But
I can't wait. If I get a moose here at the end in the next end of September, I can't wait to put that to work because, like I said, I think you guys did some really good stuff with that one.
Yeah,
And
one of my favorite things about it is just on both of them. One of the things that I really emphasized with the team was that we need something that has a really big belly for skinning, and then we need something that's really good for breaking down meat. And both of the blade stocks on these are really thin. They're both full turn. They've got good finger choils, so you can choke up on both of them, and your hand naturally falls into a good position. There's jimping on both the tip, and kind of near the back of the spine. So they're really comfortable in multiple positions when you're really working. And again, I'm just super excited about these.
yeah, now my RBK, I got to tell every time I go to Donovan's or if I'm going up to my bear guides up in Minnesota, Gary Peck, when he saw that, he wanted one. I had to give him my other one. Every time I go to a camp, like when I got my elk 2 years ago, I had to leave my RBK with Travis. I can't bring them home because they keep taking my knife.
There's nothing wrong with giving out knives as gifts. They're great gifts.
Yeah, well, it is when you need it, when you go to skin a deer out and you ain't got a knife.
Well, I mean, it's a good thing you know me.
Well, I know that, but I hate bugging you. I just like, where's my RBK at? Oh my gosh, I left it in Colorado with Travis. That RBK and that RBK2 that you guys came out with is even better. I like it's ergonomically a little more comfortable.
Yep.
But I got to tell you, I'm going to carry both the Skinner and the RBK, that 1883 and the RBK2. But I don't think you'll really need it. If you got either one of those or both of them, you're set in the field.
I agree.
Yeah, the RBK. What I like about that RBK2, you don't have to worry about taking time to take your work sharpener and sharpen it up. Which it doesn't take that long to do. It takes you like 5 minutes if the most. But with that RBK2, you just replace the blade and you're back at it.
Yeah, with those the two knives we were talking about a moment ago, the 1882 and the 1883, they both have D2 blade steel, so you really shouldn't have to sharpen them that often. But if you're a guy that just isn't good at sharpening, or you really don't like taking the time, the RBK replaceable blade knife, it's a great solution for you.
Well, and it has an extra little tang in there. You can throw another blade and have your buddy help you cape something out.
For sure. No excuses anymore from the friends.
No, that's always a good thing, I'm telling you. So I was doing a little research. I haven't been on the website in a little bit, and I was looking, and you got two knives out that really caught my attention. Let's talk a little bit about the Outlier. If you're a Hawkbill blade fan, you're going to want to check that out, Dom. That's a neat knife.
Yeah, the Outlier is it's a ceramic style knife. It's something that we haven't done a lot of. So again, we put quite a bit of time into development on this, and one of the things that people use ceramic style knives for is self defense. But outside of that, they have a lot of utility because that hawkbill blade shape. When you're cutting things like rope with a standard knife, for example, the blade, they always sweep up to the tip a lot of times unless you've got certain blade shapes. But in most cases, your blade edge sweeps up. So when you're cutting something like rope, you tend to just slide off of what you're cutting. And it's not that it creates a dangerous situation, but you may have to go back and cut again because you didn't slice all the way through. With a hawkbill blade shape, it traps whatever you're cutting within the blade edge because it angles down instead of up. So it's a really utilitarian style blade shape, as well as there are certainly tactical advantages to it.
Yeah, it's neat. I like that. And you and I have talked about having a neck knife. They call them a neck knife because you wear them around your neck. And I love that little brace. I use that for skinning my turkeys and stuff out this spring. What a great little knife to have. And you could just throw it over your neck and have it right there. And as far as concealed carry, you always have something with you.
Yeah, that's actually my favorite Morel knife. Anytime I'm out looking for mushrooms.
For mushrooms? Really?
Yeah. You just need a small little blade to, either cut, whether you cut or pick your mushrooms. You still got to clean off the dirt once you get it out of the ground before you put it in your bag. Otherwise, all your mushrooms get dirty. So I just carry that, clean up the mushroom, throw it in my bag, and then boom, right back in the sheath on my nuts.
Yeah. What's new on the fishing side?
Our Buoy 10 season, which is the Buoy 10 here in Oregon, is the mouth of the Columbia, right on the Pacific Ocean. So it's a big salmon fishery that just opened on August 1st. So a lot of guys are out doing that. I haven't had a chance to get out there yet, but it's one of my favorite times of year.
Yeah, that's fun. You know, being out on the West Coast, what's going on with the deer? I mean, I know you do a lot of waterfowl hunting. What's going on with the deer? You guys have the blacktails out there. Are you seeing a lot? Are you seeing good deer numbers, or are you starting to see? Well, how about your turkeys? How's your turkey population doing on the West Coast?
You know, our turkey population here in Oregon, it's one of the bright spots. I know in every state guys complain about their fishing game, but ours has done a real disservice to certain species. Unfortunately, turkey's not one of them. The turkeys are thriving here. We can get 3 toms in the spring and 2 any turkey in the fall in most of the states. So on that front, it's a real bright spot for us. We have blacktail and mule deer in Oregon. And if you're coming from the Midwest looking for a good mule deer hunt, skip Oregon. I'll be honest with you. Our mule deer population is terrible. We're in a lot of our mule deer units. We're we're 50% below management objective, and even in some of the units, we're 80% below management objective. So our mule deer are in tough shape, but we do have blacktail as well, which are a lot easier to hunt in terms of getting a tag. We have a general season on our blacktail, and in parts of the state, blacktail are doing pretty good. But yeah, a lot of guys prefer mule deer, and we're in a tough shape here with those right now.
Well, I've never taken a blacktail, but I was talking to Scotty Laceth the other couple weeks ago, and Scott says the blacktails are everywhere.
In certain parts of the state, for sure. The southwest part of Oregon has a really high density of blacktail, a lot of public land. But North Coast is they had some disease issues about 10 years ago. They're starting to recover from that, but they certainly could be better.
Are you guys having any problems with fires out there this year?
This year's not too bad so far. There are a couple big fires going, but in the metropolitan area, we're not really feeling the effects of that at this point. The previous 2 years we've had real bad smoke in the valley here. We had a lot of big fires, but so far this year hasn't been too bad.
What hunts do you have planned for this year, Dom?
I'm headed to Montana for mule deer and elk. I have an Idaho deer tag, and then I'll be after those 3 tags. I'll be full throttle on waterfowl.
You're going to Montana, you said, for elk?
For deer and elk, yeah.
Yeah. Now, what about Don't you guys in your neck of the woods? Don't you got those Roosevelt elk out there?
We do. We have Roosevelt and Rockies.
Oh, you do have Rockies too. How is the populations out there by you?
Elk are in pretty good shape in Oregon. Roosevelt and Rocky Mountain. Most of our units are either near management objective or above management objective. So that's a bright spot in the state. And tags on the Roosevelt are pretty easy to get. We do have a general season for them, as well as we have a couple general seasons for Rocky Mountains too.
What are you gonna chase elk at home or just in Montana?
Just in Montana. I'm not a big elk hunter. It's probably I know some people will call it a travesty that I have elk in our backyard basically and don't pursue them that much, but there's just so many opportunities here in the western states that you just can't do it all. And so elk is one of the things that I only pursue here and there.
Well, now you could do it all, but you spend too much time in a duck blind.
I mean, there's so much action when it comes to waterfowl here. I know we're talking all about Oregon and seasons, and there's nobody probably listening from Oregon, but we have the longest season in the country. We get 107 days.
Yeah.
We have a 7 duck per day limit. We have a really diverse species that come through Oregon, so it's hard not to love it.
Oh, I know you love it. I'm just giving you trouble. So, when's your teal season out there?
We don't have a teal specific season like a lot of other states.
Okay, but don't you got cinnamon teal out there?
We do, yeah. We don't get a ton that come through Oregon during the season, but yeah, we certainly you can have a chance to get a nice salmon drake at times.
Okay. Well, I thought you guys did out there, right? Because I know Laseth's a big waterfowl guy.
Right on.
Yeah, Scotty loves to do that stuff. So, well, I got to tell you, I'm jealous of you because I wish I had elk in my backyard. I mean, that would be so exciting. And I mean, like I said, I've never taken a blacktail, but do you guys? I don't know if I was talking to Hank Shaw. I was talking to somebody out west out there, and they said that they had, maybe it was Northern California, but I think it was Northern California. They said they got a ton of hogs out there now.
Oregon, we're pretty fortunate. They haven't really taken a foothold here at this point. At least there have been.
Yeah, it was Northern California.
Yeah. I mean, I have a buddy that just went down to California last month actually, and went chasing hogs, and they had a great time. They both brought back a nice hog, and they had no problem finding them down there.
Yeah, you put that on a smoker, boy, those are really good eating, especially the little ones. They're awesome. So, what are you gonna? I always like to ask. You're out there promoting and designing these blades and working with all the knife designers and everything. What are you running with personally this year?
Daily carries.
Yeah.
Man, I definitely don't have just one knife that I carry every single day because I have quite a few of them. But the one that's been finding it, well, I'll say there's two that's been finding themselves in my pocket a lot lately. The Cargo, which is a new knife for us this year. It's a mid-back lock, so a lock-backing knife, D2 blade steel, manual opening, really light, really slim. Really enjoy that. It's a great fidget knife too if you like fidgeting with your knives. That one finds in my pocket a lot, and also one of our dealer exclusives is for the first time we did titanium handles for Kershaw, S35VN blade steel. It's the Highball XL titanium. Oh my God, this knife! If you're like, you're really into knives as like a collector, you like high-end materials, you got to check this one out. The action on it is super smooth. It's manual. It's on ball bearings, frame lock. It's super lightweight, super pretty, and anytime I'm, not in shorts or sweats and I want a nicer knife, that one's going in my pocket.
Okay. All right. Well, see, that's why I always like to ask, because I got to tell you, I'll hop on YouTube or on Instagram and I'll see these new ZT knives, the zero tolerance knives that you guys are popping out, and there's some amazing looking blades out there that you guys are producing this year.
Yeah, ZT, that's our premium line, and they're always trying to push the bounds with that, with what they are pulling out of the factory there.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. They really are. Hey, Dom, hang on. I got to take a real quick break. When we come back, I'm going to ask you a little bit more about the fishing side, and then we'll get you out of here so you can get some rest.
Sounds good.
All right, we'll be right back with Dominic from Kershaw Knives. You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio on 1350 ESPN. Hey, Cheyenne. Hey, Rick. Hey, Charles. Good to see you.
Heading to your favorite outdoor spot.
Andrew was a little late on that one.
Fishing or utility knife ready for any task? No. Well, if you used the original Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener before you left, you bet they are. The Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener is designed to sharpen every knife you own. By using changeable, flexible, abrasive belts, the sharpening system is able to sharpen a variety of knives, including curved and serrated knives, tonto blades, fillet knives, gut hooks, axes, and even kitchen knives. The Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener does this with precision angle sharpening guides and flexible abrasive belts to ensure the proper 20-degree angle every time. Each Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener is assembled in the USA by a family-owned and operated company. Customer service is always a call away. So if you love the outdoors and depend on a sharp knife, consider checking out one of the Work Sharp knife and tool sharpeners or the Work Sharp guided field sharpener at a store near you, or anytime at WorkSharpTools.com. That's WorkSharpTools.com.
Taping your own hunts is an exciting way to capture the moment. Fourth Arrow camera arms can help you video easier in the field. They're extremely lightweight, durable, and easy to pack. Their patented shoulder system is also very adaptable to any tree or ground blind setup. The bases are affordable and easy to set up for various wind directions. Multiple camera arms are available, including the Stiff Arm, Stiff Arm Pro, and Stiff Arm Elite. They're made of high-quality aluminum or carbon, depending on what you choose. For ground blind hunters, there's the tripod and monopod options. They're quiet and maneuver easily within the blind. All models can handle Consumer Pro video and perform quietly in the field. You can even custom pick your setups with Fourth Arrow camera arms. If you're looking to tape your hunts this season, check out FourthArrowCameraArms.com. Outdoors Dan approved for the field for great video action. When you go big game hunting, do you go the extra step and try to stay undetected and lethal? Well, Lethal Products can help you do that every trip. It starts by washing your clothes with the Lethal Products scent-free detergents, providing a layer of protection to avoid their noses. The next step is taking a scent-free shower, using Lethal shampoo and body wash and deodorant. Then spraying down when you get to your hunting area.
Sorry, I had to talk to Dominic real quick.
If you do this system, you're
got some knives coming for you.
Keeping your stink to a minimum. Lethal Products also feature field.
Got to give a couple hunting knives away before season, right?
Into the tree on warmer days or emergencies in the field. Lethal Products also provides protection from little pests like ticks and mosquitoes with their bug and tick repellent. Lethal Products is a hunting system you can count on. For more information on Lethal Products, just go to lethalproducts.com. That's lethalproducts.com. Or Archery Field and Sports in Altoona. Lethal Products will help.
Man, I'm behind today. I haven't done the fishing reports.
We had some good discussion.
Lots of flavor, lots of goodness, thick and rich, lots of fun. Hey,
Boy Speed made some Korean stir fry. It was absolutely amazing. If you haven't tried that Korean sauce that Cookies has out, he took some carrots and water chestnuts and broccoli, and then he took some pulled pork or chunks, and he grilled them on the Blackstone, and then he poured everything, steamed the rice and everything, and then he poured it in a big old. Hi Sherry Pruitt, how you doing, kiddo? He put that in a big mixing bowl and put that Korean sauce in there and whipped it up. That was some of the best stir fry I ever had in my life. That stuff, he called it stir fry in a bottle. It's good stuff, man. Larry Ryan and I, we pigged out. It's good. All them veggies, good for you.
Archery products, the makers of the video camera support system, the Probo.
Sherry, how you doing, kiddo? Looks like you've been busy.
The new Pine Ridge archery line of 250 archery accessories that you will want to get.
Kevin, you tried that with venison? I'm telling you what, stripped venison with snow peas. Isn't that not the bomb with that Korean sauce and some white rice? Oh. I'm with you, brother. Man, if I get a moose, we're gonna have name the entree contest. Everything moose. Moose loose sandwiches. Yeah, I tell you, Kev, that's the bomb there, buddy. I'm with you.
Weather conditions for die-hard bow hunters like you and me. Check out all these great new products at Sportsman's Warehouse or anytime at PineRidgeArchery.com.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. My guest is Dominic from Kershaw Knives, and we're finishing up talking a little bit about some of the new stuff out there. If you missed it, just go back here on Facebook Live, or we'll have the repeat on the Outdoor Call Radio app next Saturday. So, Dom, on the fishing side, I mean, we're still in full fishing season, and some of the best fishing still to come. The fall, they're really trying to get fat and get ready for the winter, so the fall is a great time to go wet a line. And I know you like to fish as well. What's some of the? My favorite is that 7-inch fillet knife. What's yours?
You know, it's hard to beat that one. The narrow 7-inch fillet. You know, something bigger. I like the 9-inch curved is real nice as well. They both have, you know, the same handle. Little different blade shape on them both, but nice rubber textured handle. They sharpen real easy. They're real thin, real flexible. I mean, either one of them is a great choice for medium to large fish.
Yeah, and you can get in there and feel those rib bones with that. That's what I really like about them. And you can flip that fillet over and then just take that and run along and get the skin off. I mean, they don't slip. That's one of the things I've always liked about those Kershaw fillets is the tang. It stays in your hand pretty well.
It does, definitely.
Yeah.
You know, fish are slippery, and you got to have a good grip on a fillet knife, and you know, ours definitely that textured grip.
Yeah. And what was the new one? One more time, please.
The new one?
The new fillet, yeah.
We haven't come out with a new fillet in a couple of years, but there's the 9-inch trimmed is one of the newer ones, and then the 7-inch narrow, and then there's a 7.5-inch narrow.
Okay, I'm sorry. When we were talking at the first, I thought you said there was one that was named after the mouth of the Columbia River there.
No, that's Buoy 10. We were talking about the salmon fishery.
Oh, the salmon nut. Okay, all right. Well, hey, you know, our crappie are just as big as salmon here in the Midwest.
You know, I've seen some giant crappies, so yeah, maybe so.
All right. Hey, Dom, really appreciate you guys being partners on the show every year. You guys are great. Sportsman's Warehouse has always got a great stock in the gift bar of Kershaw products, and we love the warranties. You guys always stand behind them, and if folks need any help, you're always great about that. So thanks for being a great partner on the programs.
Yeah, no problem. We're always, you know, one of the things that we strive to do is, you know, no matter what level product you buy, whether you can only get, you know, something that's like $20 at Walmart or you're a collector, and, you know, we want to stand behind the product and make sure that knife works for you for many years. So.
Yep. Yeah, we're going to be visiting with Dom. We're going to have him on the Wednesday drive here in a few weeks, so we'll catch up. If you need anything other than that, Dominic, just let me know. And if folks want to find out more about Kershaw, what's the easiest way for them to do that?
Go to KershawKnives.com, and then you can follow us on social Instagrams or Facebook. We do a lot of we partner with a lot of brands like Sportsman's Warehouse and Jetboil and Strive Meats, and we do giveaways all the time for our fans. So yeah, give us a follow and engage with us.
All right. Hey, buddy, you be good, and we'll talk to you in a few weeks. And thanks for everything, Dom.
Sounds good. We'll talk to you later.
There he goes, my buddy Dominic from Kershaw Knives. Good fella right there. 827 and some change. Tacticams. Well, we'll just do this right now. So I got a bunch of cameras in the other day. We had been on the Wednesday drive, and we were talking about some of the products out there. The Tacticam Reveal X Pro. They got the new 6.0 POV camera, which is absolutely amazing. So we've been doing a contest on the app called the Screenshot Contest. So when we had Ben on, Ben goes, well, let's just give 2 of those away. And I said, well, now I'm going to feel bad for my Saturday morning listeners because they're going to miss out on this if they're not listening on the app. So I said, well, here's what we'll do. I'm going to open this up for everybody. We're going to have, we got this Tacticam Reveal Gen X 2.0 camera. So here's what, we're going to make this really easy for you. And I'm going to have you do yourself a favor, because if you don't have that app, you're missing out on a lot of stuff, okay? So what I'm going to do is, if you go on your phone or your tablet on your app store, whether you got an iPhone or an Android or whatever, just go to your Google Play or App Store on iTunes and punch in the Outdoor Call Radio app, okay? So what I'm going to do on Monday, there are several shows that we got running. There's the Outdoor Drive. We got Hunting for X's, and I just went blank. What else do we got on Mondays, Andrew? We got Fall Obsession with Sam down there. So there's several shows. If you send me a screenshot, now this is going to be for Monday. If you send me a screenshot of a show that you're listening to on the Outdoor Call Radio app, if you email that to me, my email's right. If you go on the app, I'm going to show everybody on Facebook Live right here. So I'm opening the app. See where it's got those little hash marks? See those 3 hash marks right there? If you hit that and open it up, it'll take you right. It'll say visit website. If you just click on the website, that'll bring you up to the outdoorcallradio.com. And my email, it says click here to email Dan. Please email me here. Super easy to find my email. So listen Monday on the Outdoor Call Radio app and send me a screenshot of any one of those 3 shows that I just told you about. And so you got Hunting for X's, The Outdoor Drive, you got Fall Obsession, and Pure Whitetail. There's 4 shows for you to listen to. Either one of those shows, when you're listening to the app, it'll actually bring it up what's playing. So like right now, I got the Outdoor Call Radio playing on the app. Just take a screenshot and email me. I will put you in the drawing. Now your chances of winning are going to be pretty good because I doubt if I get more than 50 people to do this. So that's how you're going to win. And when I get your email, I'll put you in a hat, and then on next Saturday's show, I will announce the winner. Okay? So we'll just do it for Monday. You don't have to listen. Now, if you want to do that other contest for the POV cameras for the 5.0 and the $50 gift card to Game Hide Clothing and the Worksharp Sharpener, we're going to give away 2 of those cameras, 2 Tacticam POV cameras. You can do that one too. Just because you're in this one doesn't mean you can't do the other one, okay? But so Monday only for the trail camera. Listen to the app, the Outdoor Call Radio app, and send me a screenshot of one of those 4 show logos when you're listening, and I'll put you in the drawing. Okay? Just make sure you're 18 years of age or older, okay? All right, there you go. All right, it's 8:30 and some change. Let me hit a real quick break. When I come back, we'll see if we can get Smokin' Joe and do the fishing reports, and we'll get all caught up when we come back. And I want to say thank you to Herman's Fine Jewelers real quick. 2900 University in West Des Moines. They've been helping people for over 35 years. We got 12 pairs of diamond earrings to give away for Christmas. Custom-made earrings, thanks to Herman's Fine Jewelers. Would you please tell them thank you? If you got something laying around you're just not wearing anymore and you need some extra money for gas or a new rod and reel or shotgun shells, whatever, 222-2600, 2900 University Avenue, West Des Moines. You're going to get more for your money at Herman's Fine Jewelers. Trust me, I've done that. I've actually taken stuff in there and gotten some really good money back. So Herman's Fine Jewelers, they'll take good care of you. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Hello, this is Dave from JLM Shooter Supply in Urban.
Well, Richard, that's very nice of you, buddy.
Shop that specializes in helping you
there you go, Kevin.
We carry new and used firearms for all shooting disciplines, from self-defense to shooting enthusiasts, as well as folks who like to hunt. We have recently expanded our store to better serve your needs. We still accept trades on all types of guns. We'll also look at any firearm you might wish to sell or put on consignment. JLM Shooter Supply carries firearms to meet any budget, and we can even special order items.
Boy, I tell you what, I need a chiropractor.
For their collection. JLM also has a full-time gunsmith on board that can help with all your gun repair needs. So from ammo and hearing protection to gun cleaning kits, holsters, and sights, we handle it all at JLM Shooter Supply.
It's like to hear that old pop back pop and go, oh, that feels good.
At 6931 Douglas Avenue in Urbandale, or call us at 515-331-1577. That's 515-331-1577.
Hey guys, Jackie Bushman here with Buckmasters. When it
you
comes
did
to
load
food,
Saturday,
blood,
right?
seed, and deer feed, the Mississippi-based Backwoods
I went in there and put that Wednesday
cover,
drive show in
food
yesterday.
Blends like Trophy Acre, Lazy Acre, Clover Deluxe,
and you got Sunday covered?
Dixie 6, to their tractors,
I'll start
like
loading.
sweet stuff,
I'll start loading Monday
the best
tomorrow.
way to put it is, if you're not using Backwoods Attraction products, you better hope your neighbor isn't either. From small to large acreage, Backwoods
Yeah, Richard, I bet, buddy. My problem is I got to get my butt in shape. Between my I got a torn medial meniscus in my knee, and I've been putting it off for 2 years. I got to get that fixed so I can start walking every day again. I just don't want to. I just don't want to. I've been trying to stay away from the hospitals, man. I just after that cancer surgery last year, I just been putting a knee sleeve on and suffering through it. But I got to get 20 pounds off. I'm getting too fat.
If you're into cooking wild game or grilling, you probably love to transform your wild game into delicious meals or great-tasting snacks. High Mountain Seasonings has everything you need to help you make some of the best-tasting sausage, snack sticks, or jerky around. High Mountain Seasonings offers simple, easy-to-use kits that are used at home, including 3 new low-sodium blends that will produce wild game snacks your family will love. High Mountain Seasonings makes grilling steaks or smoking your favorite meats taste even better with their specialty spices.
I'm with you, bro.
Marinades and rubs for deer,
well,
elk, or your favorite steaks. High Mountain has also just introduced taco and fajita blends that are spicy.
Things are starting to slow down on a lot of other stuff, so after hunting season, I'll go get it fixed.
Or at your favorite grilling retailer. Or go to HIMTNJerky.com for recipes and to find the closest store near you. High Mountain Seasonings has everything you need to make your game or
we got all the other commercials on the app, right?
We all want the deadliest broadheads out there. Have you tried a slick trick? Slick tricks are one of the most accurate.
Well, I mean, we don't have him on any of the new. We've got all the newer commercials on the app. I don't know why they're playing that again.
The Wicked Trick, the Grizz Trick 2, or the standard Slick Trick. They all offer bone-crushing penetration with superior cutting diameters. They feature an all-steel ferrule Alcatraz blade lock system to prevent broadhead failures at the moment of impact that will help you get your game. If you're a mechanical fan,
he said he didn't. He had a customer, so he said he'd try to answer.
Splitting tip, 2-inch cutting diameter, and deadly accurate.
You know how Smoking Joe is.
That they can depend on 100% of the time. You wait all season for that shot. Do not trust it to a head that will not deliver a short recovery. For more information, go online at slicktrick.net.
Slicktrick.net.
With Slick Trick Broadheads and tag your game.
Tag your game.
Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoor
I love Slick Trick.
On 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. You want to say something fun? Slick Trick, Slick Trick, Slick Trick, Slick Trick. Say that one more time. Slick Trick. See, isn't that fun to say that? All right, Sportsman's Warehouse Fishing Report. Blackhawk Lake, water levels about 5 inches below crest at the spillway. Surface water temperatures in the low 80s. Yuck. Water clarity is roughly 10 inches. Black crappie bite is fair. Fish are coming in 8 to 11 inches. Gills are slow. Catfish are fair. Browns Lake, water level remains low. Caution when launching your boats. Brushy Creek, surface water temperatures in the low 80s. Black crappie bite is fair. Bass are fair. Storm Lake, water clarity is variable between a few inches up to 2 feet. Low in the 80s on temperature. All walleye between 19 and 25 must be immediately put back unharmed. Catfish bite is fair. Yellow bass are fair. They're finding fish about 5 to 11 inches long. Yellow perch is what I'm trying to say. Is fair. Callers. What is wrong with me today? I can't read. Tri-crawlers are small minnows, fish under bobber near the rocky shorelines. Silver Lake, the Smoking Joe not answer? No. Smoking Joe Smelter at Carl Chevrolet. Go see him today for a used car or a new car, or whatever they got on the lot. He'll try and make you a great deal. No reasonable offer will be refused on trade-ins. He wants to make a deal because he's got kids to feed. Smoking Joe Smelter, Carl Chevrolet. Always a good deal at the Rock. There you go. He would have told you all that. Upper Pine Lake, black crappie bite is fair. He told me my truck actually got off the chip list. Ooh. I don't know what that means. I really don't.
That's positive.
Yeah, I don't. When's it gonna? I told him. I said if my trade-in's not the same, I'm gonna probably just keep the truck I got because I can't afford to lose. Inflation, man.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, it's just killing me. Upper Pine Lake, up there where the Iowa bow hunters are having their fall festival. Black crappie bite is fair. Largemouth bass are good. Bass are hitting on a variety of baits, fish near the woody structure. Lake Ikera, docks are in. Channel catfish bite is good. Green Valley Lake, the bluegill are fair. Bass are slow. Little River Watershed Lake, the bluegill bite is fair. They're catching up to 9-inch gills on small jigs fished under brush piles or along the creek channel in the flooded timber. Largemouth bass bite is good. Finesse plastics, fish near cedar tree, brush piles, or rock piles are catching bass of all sizes. The walleye bite is slow. 3 Mile Lake, courtesy docks are in on the main ramp. Gills are slow. Catch up bluegills up to 9 inches with small jigs fished around the fish mounds. Walleye bite is slow. Jigs along a red bed or creek channels in the flooded timber to catch walleyes of all sizes on 3 Mile. 12 Mile, the bluegill bite is fair. Jigs fish near the brush piles or rock piles catch bluegills up to 8.5 inches. Largemouth bass bite is slow. They're catching bass with finesse plastics fish along the tree line. Water temperatures in the upper 70 to low 80s.
Don Williams Lake, the black crappie bite is fair, catching crappies suspended just off the shore in mid-lake by slow trolling small twister tails or tube jigs and 3 to 6 feet deep over the upper half of the lake. Red Rock, white bass bite is fair, trolling or casting shad imitating spoons, crankbaits, and plastic are producing nice fish. Big Creek, good bluegill bite right now at Big Creek. They're finding gills in depths less than 6 feet. Small pieces of crawler fished under these depths are producing bites. Walleye bite is fair. Catching walleyes in the evenings from shore just before or after sunset. Casting jigs with twister tail, swim baits, or live bait. Anglers can catch walleye jigging or trolling live bait rigs like crawler harnesses, stuff like that over the humps, near points, near creek channels, drops off, and along the flats. A good starting point is always around the marina, up around the beach. Wiper fishing has been good. Des Moines River, Sailorville to Red Rock. Catfishing on the river has been really good for both channels and flatheads. Anglers are catching fish on live bait and cut bait. White bass is good, casting twister tail, swim bait, spoons, inline spinners along the dam in the West Des Moines area, or in the Des Moines area, excuse me. Wiper bite is good, twister tail, swim baits, live rigs on the dam in Des Moines and below Red Rock. Rathbun Reservoir is saying the lake level is at 904.760 feet. Recreational pool is 904. Lake Rathbun has zebra mussels, so make sure you thoroughly clean your boat before you go to another bottle of water. Crappie bite is fair. Crappies have moved into deeper water and are suspended. Try small crankbaits. Morning, Brant. Good to see you, bud. Try dead chubs or night crawlers in areas on large rocks for cats. Walleye bite is fair. Anglers are catching walleyes with jigs and minnow combos and trolling night crawler rigs. Wiper bass has been fair. Try vertically jigging around the rock piles or trolling crankbaits. Red Hawk Lake is partially reopened. The catfish bite is fair and the bass is fair. Spinner baits and around underwater structure near the rock jetties are producing the best bite there. Well, there you go. We got the fishing report in. Woo! And I did the Smoke and Joe right in between. So how about that? Thank you. Thank you very much. Andrew, you got the rest of the show. I need a break. Go ahead.
Good one.
Yeah. Go ahead. Take it away, Andrew.
Oh, it's going to be a button bar half hour here. You want to hear all the button bars that buttons we haven't used yet?
No, I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear all that holy hole in the donut stuff. I hope I told you to delete. I miss that. I miss Bugs. You know, it was like they had a big Bugs Fest on TV last week. Did you see that?
They did.
Yeah, on Cartoon Mornings or whatever.
They had a Foghorn Leghorn series.
Yeah, son. I said, son. I said, is that a crappie, son? Is that bobber going down, son? Set that hook, son.
Holy hole in a donut.
Yeah. Who doesn't like Foghorn Leghorn?
I do.
I love Foghorn.
I like it.
Yeah. I said, are you a chicken hawk, son? Yeah. What are you doing, son? Why are you on my leg, son? Get off my leg, you chicken hawk.
I remember that episode.
Oh, man. Good times, man. Go Foghorn and Leghorn.
Oh, man.
Absolutely. I don't know. I think I'm just ready for, I got my moose I got to get ready for. I got to get ready for mooses, and I got to get 10 pounds off of me at least before that. Ken, the guy we're going outfitting with up there, said that it's been really marshy and muddy. So you know what that means. That means the moose are going to be in all that wet area. That is going to be, I'm hoping they got Argos or a boat. If they got a boat or an Argo, we're going to be able to get into there and quarter that moose out, and it's not going to be too bad. But if you ever try to walk in a marsh, it's like Sherry goes, I want a moose. There you go, Sherry. Who doesn't? I'm telling you what, if I get a moose, I'm just telling you right now, and I apologize. Let me finish my marsh story. It's like walking in quicksand. I mean, it's like, you ever been in some slurpy mud that's just so miserably smelly and mucky, and then when you try to walk and you pull your foot out of your boot, I mean, that's what it's like. It's not going to be a lot. Can you imagine carrying 50 pounds of meat in a dry sack or something? I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to. I'll be in traction, man. I'll be at the hospital in Canada. We'll be doing the show live from the Canadian hospital.
Wrong, sir.
Yeah.
Wrong.
I'm hoping. Because man, I'm not leaving until we got every ounce of protein off of that carcass that we can. Because I'm bringing that moose back if I get one. And I'm telling you what, Jenny has been so nice. She even said we could put the moose on the entranceway of going downstairs. That is going to look spectacular.
I'll do you one better.
Yeah?
You can just give all the meat to me and save the freezer space.
No, there will be a deadlock on that freezer. Yeah. I'm just telling you, the dog, no, you and the dog are not getting any of the moose. Because the moose, I know she out there making elk chili and everything else. And Raven, you want some ground elk? What'd you just say? Don't give that dog my ground elk.
You'll start inventing a portal.
Yeah.
And you'll be there in a heartbeat.
I'm telling you what, I'll have security cameras. I'll have Tacticam cameras on my freezer. Because that's going to be worth its weight in gold if I get one. I got to get one first. Moose is very good eating, according to my friends in Alaska, Brant says. Brant, it's the best cervid or deer you will ever eat in your life. Now, Larry and I were talking about this on Tuesday. He said axis deer is actually the best tasting deer he's ever had. Now, I've never had axis deer. I've had moose. And I've elk. Our whitetails in Iowa are corn-fed machines, corn and soybeans. So our whitetails are actually one of the best eating whitetails in the country, to be honest with you. John says he's never had it. John, I don't know if you're telling me that as a statement or you're trying to get moose out of me. Which is it? Because, John, I'm going to be stingy. I'm telling you. I'll share if I can. We'll have somewhere we'll be out talking with everybody. I'll bring some moose sticks or something so everybody can try it. But as far as the deer family goes, our whitetails are awesome. Elk is a notch above, but moose is actually, if John says both. You know, John, if you come to the Beast Feast, I will have some moose for the Beast Feast. I'm going to share for the folks coming to the Beast Feast. So, Sherry, you need to come to the Beast Feast next year, kiddo. That moose melts in your mouth, man. I'm just telling you what. If Sam Elliott ever had moose, he would never do another beef commercial in his life. He would be going, moose, it's what's for dinner. That's what he would be saying, Sam Elliott would. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week. Tip your waitresses. Take care of your servers. Yeah.
Hot dog.
Man, I'll have some moose dogs. I'm gonna get moose brats, moose sticks, moose summer sausage, moose burger, moose steaks, moose chops, moose roasts. What else did I leave out? I'm sure there's something I've left out there somewhere.
It's all there,
Black and white as day. I'm just telling you. There will be, and I'm going to weigh, I'm telling you, I would not do that because I know the Milo Locker would never do that to me. But, man, I'm telling you, I'm going to have 3 or 4 big old Grizzly coolers loaded up with that froze on dry ice, and it's going from the Milo Lock, from my hunt to the Milo Locker, back to my house, and put in a 14 gauge custom freezer, padlocks, security chains, Tacticam surveillance cameras, and sirens all the way around it. Neck, meat, and tongue. There you go, Daniel Matthews. I don't know. I've never had moose tongue. I don't know about the tongue, Dan, but nut meat. What did I just say? What in the world was that?
I have no
What
idea.
the wide world of sports was that?
Now to get down to cases.
I don't even know what I just said. I meant to say neck meat. I don't know yeah. Come on, Blue. Well, you're my boy, Blue. You're my boy, Blue. Neck meat on the deer and elk, or I don't know why more people don't eat or trim out the neck meat, because that is some of the best tasting deer meat you will ever eat. It's tender, got a good flavor to it. So if you're out there this year, make sure you're getting all the meat off the neck, man. Don't leave that, because you're wasting some good quality protein right there. Beef tongue is great. Moose is for sure. I don't know about the tongue, man. I don't know about the tongue. I'm not going to do the liver either. I'm not eating the liver. I'm not doing organs. Ever since the CWD and stuff, if you stay away from the organs, you're always going to be okay. So, you know me, I'm going to take the side of precaution. But if I get a moose, you'll be sitting there going, Dan, would you just shut up about the moose, man? You got a moose. We're happy for you. Here, happy days. Yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom. You're out of bear.
Hey, I'm gonna I'll have signs made on my yard. I got a moose. You can't have any. I don't know what it is. When you were a kid, do you remember the show? I got a break. Andrew says. Do you remember the show? The banana. What was it? Bananas. The banana. They were like stuffed animal dogs.
Bonanza?
Huh?
Bonanza?
No, it wasn't. It was a kids thing. Bananarama or something. I don't know what it was, but they had a moose that talked. And ever since I was a little kid, I'm going, I want one of those on the wall, man. A talking moose. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. When I got my shoulder surgery done, I don't know if I've ever said this on the air or not, but when I had my rotator done, when I got in that wreck a long time ago. Morning, Jake. Good to see you, buddy.
Morning hunt, well before sunrise.
They gave me some pain meds, and I can't remember if it was Percocet or whatever it was, but I took one of those, and I got out of bed, and I went downstairs to do some work on the show,
Have you ever heard of
and
onyx?
I'm not making this up. The deer heads were talking to me, and it's like I'm not taking that anymore. It was either OxyContin or Percocet, but that didn't work well for me. When your deer heads start talking to you, it's time to get off the pain med, man.
The Onyx Hunt app is also
There you go, Cheyenne. No, it wasn't Rocky and Bullwinkle. No, it wasn't Captain. I think Captain Kangaroo did have a moose, though, John. That's not what I'm thinking of. These guys were it was like a rock band, and they were like big dogs.
Go download the Onyx Hunt
Bananarama
app store today.
Banana Kids Show in the
You love hearing that
70s.
old Tom sound off while you're in the field? Well, then you need to check out a live action decoy.
The banana splits. That's what it was.
Live action decoys are one
You never
of the
saw that when you were a kid?
systems you can deploy while you're in the field turkey hunting.
These guys.
Wade and Teresa Goddard start
Those
with the
guys.
Dave Smith gobbler decoy and then apply
You never saw those? When I was like 10 or 11, man, those guys were hilarious, man. They used to play in a band and stuff. And they had a talking moose, the banana splits. That was it. God, that was like 50 years ago. 45. Let's go 40.
Plus, the good thing is they're made right here in the good old U.S.
But I think Captain Kangaroo did have a moose, John. I think he did.
Out on Facebook or call them.
Big old thing. I'm just telling you, man. I can't wait.
Take it from me, Outdoors.
Yeah, there you go.
They're going to help you be more successful.
Well, you have to go back on YouTube, Brand, watch it, because it's probably going to be pretty silly now because we're old, right? But when you were a kid, man, it was awesome. That's it, Rob. Banana splits. Or the Chris DePerna imitators. Na 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 na. I think that was it. It's popping into my head. Na 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 na. It's something like that. That was their opening song. But they had a great moose, man. It was awesome. I loved when I was a kid. I grew up in a great time, man. We had great cartoons. We had good horror movies on. You know, I feel sorry for kids now. I really do. Not even close to the same stuff. Scooby-Doo, banana splits. Oh, Josie and the Pussycats. Captain Caveman. I love Captain Caveman. Who didn't love Captain Caveman? Mountain Man, you kind of remind me of Captain Caveman.
I see it every day. People dealing with relationship issues, parenting struggles, anxiety, depression.
Man, we're almost out of the show. Holy smokes! Where did 2 hours go? This is crazy. Wow! This is actually one of the fastest shows we've ever done. I don't know why. It's that Larry McCoy.
relationships and your work. The staff at New
A
Life
Red Ryder
offer
BB
one-on-one
gun.
sessions that get right
You know what I had when I was a kid that I loved?
Discover
Evil
better choices.
Knievel. You remember the old crank-up Evil Knievel motorcycles? God, those things were awesome.
Please consider calling us for a
Used to
confidential
make
appointment
jumps.
at New Life.
We used to do
515
make jumps and stuff for him.
4006
That was an awesome toy.
or 964-5000.
Man, I wish I still had that. I'd go play with it
Find
now.
us 24/7 at newlifecounseling.com.
Oh, Evil's flipping through the air.
If you're into the outdoors, whether it's camping,
You don't. You're too young for that.
camping setup to be easy and your stay as comfortable as
What?
possible. Camprite
What's
has
Wire
been helping
1?
folks enjoy the outdoors as problem-free as
No, that's
possible
not us.
since 1999. Camprite employees are outdoor enthusiasts that use and design each product
You mean
to
Emperor
make sure
1?
your adventures are ones you'll want to remember.
Did we play Emperor
Tents
1?
like the original tent cot that started it all.
No, that's not
This
us.
fully enclosed off-the-ground sleep shelter combines the comfort of a standard sleeping cot with the added protection of a tent. Camprite features several models of tent cot units, including single and double
Oh,
units.
Evil
They also
Knievel.
specialize in sleeping bags.
Remember Whirly Birds? Remember that little helicopter that was on a cable that would just go around? We thought that was so cool. Now you can fly a drone for 3 miles. That's the only thing kids have an advantage of. Technology is way more. They got more neat stuff. But we had better cartoons. 2 minutes? Well, I got to take care of Yogi.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call. You know, I'm 58 years old. Now, I'm not ashamed to say it because I've got a great dentist. That's right. I might be 58 years old, but my smile makes me look like I'm 30. That's right. See? Look at that. Got teeth of a 30-year-old because of Dr. Scott Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi. You remember when I was a kid, we had Evel Knievel toys. Remember that little crank-up Evel Knievel thing? It was great. You could go make jumps, and we had Whirly Bird, and we had the best cartoons. We had the Banana Splits, Scooby-Doo. I mean, we had things that, people just don't have anymore, but you can still have good teeth. That's right. Matter of fact, when you go to Advanced Family Dentistry, that's a great thing to talk about when Dr. Scott Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi or Dr. Stewart or Dr. Brandt or Dr. Williams are talking to you about. You can talk to them about, being in a great cartoon age. Hey, they understand it when you got your mouth full of cotton balls and they sit there and say, how you doing? You say, they know exactly what you're saying at Advanced Family Dentistry. Great folks, great people. They will get you in and out of there as little as pain as possible. I'm a big baby when it comes to the dentist. You don't have to be afraid about going because they take good care of you there and they don't hurt you. The cavities, cleanings, root canals, crowns, any kind of general dentistry care, 964-1490, or go check them out anytime at ankenysmiles.com. We are out of here. 2 hours went way too quick today. Thank you for everybody putting up with us today. Catch us out on the Outdoor Call Radio app on your device's app store. We'll see you next week. Until then, bye! Everybody had a bike, Brant. You're right, man. Have a good weekend, everybody. Have a good day, John. I appreciate you so much. Don't forget now, if you haven't downloaded that app, get that Outdoor Call, the Outdoor Call Radio app. Put the in there, the Outdoor Call Radio app. Listen to the app on Monday and send me a screenshot of either Pure Whitetail, Fall Obsession, Hunting for X's, or the Outdoor Drive shows, and I'll put you in that contest. We'll give this away next week. All right? Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Sherry. We'll see y'all soon, and y'all be good this weekend, or at least have fun. I'll see you later. Bye!